No, we'd probably be further along if we didn't take a 40-minute lunch. I was like,
this motherfucker. I got it all on tape. We're starting the thing. You're starting us off, Boot.
Yeah, welcome. This is Boot here. We're on location at my place. First time out of the shop for the podcast. Everything must go.
Everything has to go.
God damn it, you're right. Anyway,
might I add, it's a low.
yeah, we're here. Welcome, guys. I'm glad you came out. The theme today is specialty items. I'm sure we'll get off track several times.
We'll talk about all kinds of stuff. Yeah. All right, we'll do the introductions now. We got Boot. We're at Scenic Casa de Boot.
got Sean, a.k.a. Rich Mahogany, a.k.a. Coal Bar, a.k.a. Agwin.
Agwin.
For the next campaign.
Oh, man.
So many names.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll still stick with the two. Kyle, aka the drywall assassin.
And Thor, I will always be the dirtiest daddy of teas.
The dirtiest daddies. All right.
How dirty is it, Daddy?
Yeah, we'll go into that later. I'm Bennett, or I guess I usually say Dan, but whatever. You guys call me Bennett. White Oak. Thanks, Sean, for that one. You need to
That
come
was
up
George
with something.
got us,
Oh,
yeah.
was that George? Oh,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
George, wasn't it?
It's the one good thing he's done in the past 2 weeks besides putting his 2 weeks.
It's going to be bashing George for the intro here.
Which he didn't actually do.
Yeah. Not yet. Supposedly he's going to.
Yeah, I've heard that.
We'll see.
All right.
Archie boy is down here having a good time,
Get some doges.
getting some scritches, living a good life.
Yeah. J-Boy's here.
Mhm.
He's 100% good boy.
Oh,
Yep.
good time.
Archie's
No
about a
deviation in that
60%
DNA.
silly, 40% good boy.
I like the mods. Yeah.
I think those. That's passing.
Mhm.
Rowdy Row, no other AKA, but me and Jake were talking about crackling okra earlier, and it's a pretty good one too. So
If you want to
Yeah, I was like, bro,
steal
no,
my
that's gonna hit you.
a little different.
You could steal my idea for the Tetris team name and be Team Lift.
Oh, yeah, we need to get Tetris teams. I need 4 people total, and I think we can time it out right. I know Kyle's going to be involved.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
All right, I guess
I'll definitely try.
get in there. Yeah, maybe we'll get if we
Not
get
too
more
good,
people,
but-
we'll do the annual. You guys must be good at Tetris event,
Yes.
I am not good at Tetris, but I am good at moving fern.
and people tell us we must be good at Tetris
It
all
means
the
you're
time.
good at Tetris. So.
Yeah, it equates. Don't worry about it.
I can build the hell out of some lines, but within a 5-minute period, I'm gonna get about 17
I
lines.
was gonna say, I could personally attest I'm not good at Tetris.
No, yeah. I'm better than the average person who doesn't play Tetris, but like the people who do play Tetris, I'm not gonna be better than them. Like I think the last time I legitimately played Tetris was like 10 years ago plus.
That's fair. It's been probably 3 days for me.
Long break.
Yeah, I know. I've been involved in other games.
I had the original Tetris on the Game Boy, not the Game Boy Color,
The Game Boy.
the Game Boy.
Game Boy.
I had 2 games. It was like Bugs Bunny, something or other, and then that. So.
Oh yeah, I was just looking through your games. You don't have Tetris on the NES.
I used to. That's
Yeah.
one of many that have walked away over the years that I'm very upset about.
Yeah.
I don't have Super C anymore. I don't have original Mario Brothers.
You-
I
thought
don't
you did.
have arcade game. Well, that was Taylor's. That's a new
Oh, okay,
edition,
okay.
like the last couple days.
Fair enough.
But mine is gone. There are several others.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but her
That's how it goes. Games
Yeah.
just kind of walk away.
Teenage
sometimes,
Mutant
yeah.
Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game is gone. Yeah,
What?
Super C is gone. Fucking A. Anyway, specialty items.
Yeah, our topic
Which
for today.
we said, I
A
guess,
little
the
distracted.
caveat that we're going to exclude pianos and safes
Okay.
from this.
Okay.
Because those could be their own
I
fucking
mean, those
podcast.
could literally, we've moved those enough for them to not be considered specialty
And-
items at this point, but they are.
And traditionally, a specialty item is either a safe or a piano, but
Yes.
we've seen all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah.
I guess I wanted to talk about the old hoo-ha that used to be there. None of you guys were involved. This was so long ago, but the the stone top for like a giant grill at a hoo-ha, the place where
like
they
the
chop
big old
the
round
yeah.
part of it?
Oh yeah.
A Mongolian barbecue, I
Yeah.
believe, is the style.
Yeah, the thing that says under hoo-ha, hoo-ha Mongolian.
I've been to other Mongolian grills. They all have that.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
worked on a Mongolian grill for about 2 weeks in the Rail Center at CSU. Fucking hated it.
Oh, I worked at that one too.
I hated it, dog. I did it for like 2 weeks, then I got mad because they're like, oh, sorry, you can't drink water while you're like being in there around this big ass slab of fucking stone that's hot as dick. But you can't. Yeah, apparently it's a health thing. And I'm like, motherfucker, me not drinking water and fucking burning off all my arm hair on this motherfucker is a health thing. Because if I can be over the stove and I smell burning hair, probably shouldn't serve that food, but we did.
And fuck that guy. It's a hell.
So much shit goes under the radar in the dorms. It's ridiculous. Like, some of that shit is gross. I've personally been a part of making it gross. I can tell you. That's, they thought I was better suited as a dishwasher.
Damn.
Oh man, that bad.
I mean, I had my own little room. We did a CSU job, and I showed some guys. There's the time I took acid at work. Yeah, it was, you just have this little room, and people just hand you things through a window, and you don't even see their faces. You just see hands and grab them, and then put it in the thing. And you have your own speaker system back there. So I tripped in like a 4x6 box with a dishwasher by myself.
Yeah, I did that for a little bit too. I was not about that.
It was an experience.
So much bonding, right?
Jesus. Well, how'd you
Imagining
move this?
some, like, cartoonish scenario that you get wilder and wilder items as it goes to. It's like first it's a dish, and then it's like a dildo or something.
I'll just keep watching it. I probably wouldn't
Give
have
you,
called
like,
anything out without
a live salmon or something.
the washer she goes. But yeah, how did you move that?
How did
that
we
way?
move that? Yeah, we'll go back to it. That was a great anecdote. That was awesome. Deal. So we had like 7 dudes, and I guess you guys all know it's the stone on top of the grill or whatever. And so we had 7 dudes plus the guy who hired us to do it because he was like taking all the old stuff out of hoo-ha to sell it or refurbish or whatever. And we picked that piece of stone up straight up off the grill with 7 people. And I remember he said that I had to be the farthest away because I'm a big guy from any other people on the ring. But we picked it up and we flipped it on its side and we straight up rolled that bitch onto the back of his trailer, where he had like almost like one of the Windows guys where they have the thing where they set the windows to stand upright in the truck. It was one of those, but we used it for a 900-pound piece of stone. But that's not even the gist of the story. So we got the stone out. Now we had to get the grill underneath that. So that thing weighs about 400 pounds. And we had to flip it on its side. And it was also round, luckily, so we rolled it for the most part to the door. But they installed this before they finished the doors at this place. So it didn't fit out anywhere. There were no windows to open, and it was too narrow for the door. So this guy straight up got like a hammer and I don't know, some big ass piece of metal and just smashed in the door jamb until the legs could slip through, because it was only like a couple inches that it needed. But he straight up just ruined this whole door jamb just to get that fucking thing out of there. But that's not even the end of the story.
It ain't even that.
Yeah. That's a good segment. But we're taking this to, we'll do some beeps here because I know Sean said he was a fan of these.
I like them.
Yeah, and so we took it to the old place that's off of Riverside there, and we pull in and we flex on some dudes who lose their fucking mind because we're in their territory. And it's great.
Everyone's in our territory.
That's right. Everything is ours.
You were in their yard.
Everything is.
Yeah, we were in their yard. We were
territory.
past the gate.
Yeah, that's deep enemy territory.
Everything I've been to is now my territory on this job.
But we go in there. The dude's trying to find like a manager there or something because he said we could store the stuff there. And there's no manager there. Nobody has any idea what he's fucking talking about. So eventually we go to his warehouse off of Mulberry and we drop that stuff off. And he has like a forklift and just forklifts everything off, and it's real easy. And but anyway, he buys us Chipotle, and that's the end of the story. Yeah, he took us all to the Chipotle. Like 7 dudes bought $100 worth of burritos,
Oh, dude,
and hooked us up.
If you hire movers, buy them lunch or something.
Yeah. Well,
I'd
Unless
rather
you're
have
buying
money.
shitty shit.
don't fucking get Little Caesars.
Yeah.
No one wants to eat
I don't
that.
want to eat that on the job.
Especially when you're
I'll eat
working.
it off the job, but I won't eat it on the job.
I don't think I will ever eat Little Caesars again.
Like when customers buy us Chick-fil-A, because I do like Chick-fil-A. I know you're not a fan.
I don't hate it. Like I
You
don't
don't
hate
like
it like Little
cafeteria
Caesars,
food, yeah.
but it smells like a cafeteria. Yeah. I don't like it.
That's
After you said that when those guys were eating it up in their fucking house, like, every time I smell, it's like, oh my god, it smells like a high school cafeteria, like 100%.
Ruined it for you.
Take it easy.
All right.
I mean, when we went to fucking 2 years ago, it was legitimately snowing when we went to fucking Newcastle. You were there too.
Was that for
Susan, yeah, when we put her meat box in the fucking garage and we told her not to put the meat next to like.
I totally would have put my meat box in her garage. She was such a bitch. Like, oh man.
Oh, she was so bad.
The chokeable kind.
Just anger fuck.
Yeah.
Throw her against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
What
I guess
did
that man, I'd probably do that to
Yeah.
She's got
No.
it coming. No, not even for you. She does have it coming.
No, I do not.
She's into that.
I hate her with the passion.
She asked me for vegan
With the
restaurant
passion.
recommendations.
Should have
Of
told
course
her
I'm
to
the
go.
right
You
person to go
should have
to.
told her to go to fucking Hog Weezy.
I think, yeah, I don't even remember what I told her. I think the first place I told her was Music City, and then she was like, "Oh, I'm a vegan." I'm like, I got nothing for you.
they have tempeh,
Sorry.
Yeah, they
whatever.
probably have.
They
I'm
have
sure they
vegan
have got options.
They've got collard
But it's
greens
not
there.
like a vegan restaurant.
Mhm.
She
No.
wants the
That's
atmosphere
No.
and to be around other people.
Wait,
with
chicken's
similar
not
mindsets.
vegan?
Yeah,
What's wrong with
it is at the title of the restaurant, Music City Hot Chicken.
Maybe Eric should talk about
Get a couple.
because that was
beats.
all ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we've already got a few going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could have a whole thing about her classic, dude. Yeah. Specialty items.
Back on topic.
She had an entire garage filled with unpacked bullshit.
I just loved when that garage
That's a
opened. You just
specialty
looked at me
item.
and were like,
Well, this isn't complete. No, this is a complete disaster.
I don't know what
Also-
you expect us
Yeah.
to do about this.
Yeah. We have 2 trucks and we need to be on the road by 1:30. She hated all of that.
Oh, 100%, especially when we had to actually move the freezer.
Yeah.
Hey, can you empty out the freezer? I know, I will. Well, we actually need to put it on the
No,
truck
no.
right now.
I don't know if you knew this, but we're not unloading
today?
today. Yeah, and that was my mistake because she just took that one line and just shut down and didn't listen to
What a wrecker.
reason beyond that. It was just that in her mind. So
You know we're not unloading today, right?
I tend to go to that level maybe
Sometimes
a
you just
little
gotta
early.
talk.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you just gotta
No,
go.
she definitely
Some
needed that,
people
like,
don't fucking like it.
because that whole garage was a legitimate disaster. Like, there was literally, like, it was, I don't even know how to describe it. It was fucked. It was fucked. Like, it was bad. It was,
Very not good.
Yeah.
Muy mal.
yes, muy mal.
That garage was all
Or you gotta
fucked
use
up.
ratchet, disgusting, terrible.
You gotta get creative.
Despicable.
I need that thesaurus that Jared was talking about.
I told him a couple things today that he did not
Dude, that was
understand.
so funny. I was like, hey, Jared, go get the custy Dave and then tell him to come down here. What? Go get the custy Dave.
What part of this don't you understand?
Yeah, and he's just like, dude, I don't know what you're saying. Go get the custom. Oh!
The customer. There we
Yeah,
go.
the custy.
That was pretty intuitive.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
We were yelling at him from the bottom of a
Yeah,
staircase.
yeah. And like after we just pulled down that stainless steel fridge and everything down into the basement and everything, it immediately was like, go get him because I want to know where the fuck I'm putting this because I want to get the fuck out of here. Then go move 5,500 pounds of weights.
Oh yeah, we could talk about that too. That's pretty specialty. That was
Weights,
just today.
for sure.
Oh yeah,
Some of the worst shit ever.
bullshit equipment we've taken apart with the pulleys and everything.
Yeah.
God, fuck all of
I
that.
think we mentioned that on one of them.
That's
Yeah,
true,
some of
yeah.
that
You
shit
guys
is
remember
crazy.
the guy that was right up the way? We were all there. Just except for Kyle and Thor.
Was that Mr. Clean?
Yeah, the guy who yelled at the dude for the dryer and everything.
I was
What the fuck?
He was on
Okay.
the phone with the Best Buy.
Yeah.
Best Buy. Like,
Yeah,
whole
why
time.
the fuck do I need to wash it if I can't dry
Fucking
my
mats.
fucking clothes?
Yeah.
I think we mentioned that too.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't think we have.
About that.
It came up for a little bit, at least once. But yeah.
I've listened to all of them. I have not heard it.
Yeah, that was
Speaking of
Vince.
washer dryer,
Yeah,
that's
we
something I need to
discussed.
bring up.
He was that huge dude.
Yep,
right?
the yellow guy.
The thicker, angrier Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
The one where I hated every single one of you because you left me alone in the basement and forced me to have to roll up one of those pads and carry it by myself.
You chose
That every
that.
single one of you did it afterwards.
This is great because I know this has happened before, but you weren't there.
Oh.
And it is great to hear your perspective.
Because
this is
they had
fantastic.
the
Well, because there were 7 of us. Okay, there were 7 of us.
No,
there are 2 men. Okay, hold on. There were 7 of us. We
started that.
No, there were 7 of
And we
us.
were all
You guys
butthurt.
were all taking the 2 men. You were 2-manning him, and I was in the basement by myself because you guys were 2-manning him. And I was like, okay, I can't just stand down here by myself and like with my fucking dick in my hand and everything. So how could I get this by myself? I know I can't carry it like fully opened and everything. I was like, I bet I can fucking roll that motherfucker up. Rolled up, was like, that's not bad. Grabbed it, picked it up, was like, that's not bad too. Just bear hugged it. I was like, that's not right. I could do this until like someone else comes back and we keep 2-manning them and everything. You know, then I get up the stairs and I'm just going down the fucking all through the hallway and into the living room of the truck and see every single one of you look at me. I'm like, yeah, I had to do this because you guys left me down there by myself. Then cut to like 5 minutes later, we took 75 of those motherfuckers out of there just doing it. And I was like, I hate you guys.
You son of a bitch.
That's
This is
the-
your
it's the
fault.
opposite. They were trying not to take them.
Yeah, we were.
You
that's
started it,
much
and then
better.
he was like, "Yeah, you guys can do that."
Oh, I didn't start taking them. He asked us if we could take them.
Yeah, and you're supposed to tell them no.
I didn't say anything. But he said we're taking those. I was like, no.
I mean, they certainly can't move that shit.
No, hell no.
Might
Nobody
I
should
add,
have to move that.
Bennett created a very effective system of rolling it up with a 1-inch ratchet. It still could all work, but
True.
Oh, that's true.
we kind of had a tortilla process, like tight rolls, 1-inch ratchets, throwing it on a dolly.
Okay.
We'd figure out the most efficient process to do something that was almost unmovable.
That's why I don't remember Sean doing this, because I was only on the unload. Because I remember just taking things around the outside of his house and through the walk-in. So I did not see. But he was yelling at the dude on Best Buy at the unload.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I know to describe him best.
He was
I didn't
pretty
want to
nice.
say his name. Put you later.
Oh.
But no, yeah, that fucking
And
sucks.
I've moved his grandmother and his mother, actually, and they were real straight shooters. And his grandmother even told me I was handsome.
Well, she's
And I was wearing a mask.
mask.
I was wearing a mask, and she told me I was handsome. Can you believe that? I know, exactly.
Yeah, very handsome.
I've
guys.
harped on that before. It was like when we first started having to wear masks. It was like, I seem to be getting a lot more eyes from ladies at the grocery store.
You got them eyes,
It's
dude.
true.
I got a good specialty item.
That's all I got. I'm good to go.
There
You got a
is such
special thing?
thing as
I know a good
safety
one.
as an
All right, what do you got?
Maybe.
What's up? You know, you were on this specialty item. That cat we moved in that Chase Lounge.
A cat.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh, that is pretty special.
That's an accidental. That's
Yeah.
the ultimate
Accidental specialties.
Because they're always accidental.
No, it was so funny too because we went
I
took it from
forgot
like a
that.
second story and everything, put it in the truck, like put it sideways and all that shit. Couch was just inside the Chase Lounge, just fucking chilling. We get in the truck and everything. We never saw that cat. We saw the other cat. The lady starts freaking out and everything. Where's my cat? Did you guys see a cat? I was like, yeah, that one. That one's over there. She's like, there's 2. I was like, I never saw no other cat. 40 minutes later at the unload and everything, Boo gets called a grumpy hippie. Then we're picking up a fucking Chase Lounge. It was Boo and Brad and I was in there. Brad picked it up. He's like, oh fuck, there's a cat in here. And then I just thought he was fucking joking around, Like, it was in the truck. We picked up the Chase Lounge and it just plopped out.
I had one jump out of a box spring at the very top of the ramp one time.
Oh,
You were at the job that I carried 3 cats up the stairs at the
Really?
same time. Yeah.
Damn.
For that crazy lady. It was the.
Well, she had 3 cats.
Yes. It was the one that James booked that was in the wrong city and everything, and then was it a
Yeah, in the
third
fourth
floor with
floor,
a secret,
yes.
a secret
Yeah, okay,
loft.
yeah.
And then she drove the cats over in fucking things, and I was like, yeah, I guess I could carry the, and I took them up to her apartment and then left them all. In the
You're so
hallway
nice,
that was
Kyle.
totally full of boxes.
I wouldn't have
Couldn't
done
even
that.
walk in there, but you know.
I had meant to mention that. I feel like I've gotten a lot more sour lately about what I'll put up with on jobs.
Yeah.
Like, I still do it, but I'm not.
I'll do it. I'm not
That was
happy
like
about it.
80% of my day today. Was,
That was definitely me when the custody ended up dragging up the bill like another $200 and everything. I was
Just
like,
immediately.
I'm not happy about this, but I'll do it.
that was like
I'll do it.
80% of my motivation today because we had pork and sprout, and I was like, no, I'm definitely taking sprout to the second job because if they even try and add anything, I'm gonna be like, nah, we got this tiny little fucker, we can't load that. No,
That's the
not
spirit.
happening.
That's what we should have done yesterday.
You guys didn't take
But
Sprout?
instead, we made 2 trips in Sprout.
See, I
Right.
knew. I
That's
called
why
it. They
was
had
so
to take a
fucked
second trip.
yesterday.
Why would you ever do that?
Oh.
I mean, it wasn't all the way to Greeley, I should say, if that's what you guys were thinking. It was
Still
unloaded
got
all
back
at
at
one
8,
place.
bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I clocked out at like 8:30. I was 15 minutes shy of the 13-hour day. But yeah, it was unusual.
boys. We'll bend over backwards for a custody, but we don't bend over forwards. It's a direct management quote.
That is a management quote. I've heard it many times.
I don't know who was on that job, but I hope you like those vinyl boxes.
I don't remember.
Oh, no, that was just Brad, Derek, and a bunch of new guys.
Good.
Oh yeah, I got them good the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got Brad real good.
Well, because I couldn't like just make a bunch of 1.5s with open top vinyls in it going into storage. You know, you just can't do that. So what's the next logical option?
3-1.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shouldn't
man.
even put vinyls in a storage unit.
That's
Hey,
Well, yeah.
that's not the thing to tell them.
unless it's climate controlled, I guess.
Yeah.
But
No,
still, I wouldn't risk it.
melt, right?
I think it hot enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
My dad lost all of his vinyl because he put it in like the next to the water heater storage.
It just
yeah.
that's that amount.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm sure.
Yeah, like that's just like real flimsy. You know what I mean?
It's
Yeah,
kind
it
of
is.
the
It's
idea.
fucking
It's
heavy, though.
something has to. dig
Yeah,
into it.
that's why I
It
did it.
has
Like,
to be soft
you know,
enough.
after I left too, I was like, you know, probably should have carried those boxes up those stairs for those guys since I packed. I was like, you know what? I just got back from being hurt for a week. I'm not gonna do that.
That was a specialty item the other day. It was fantastic. The Wham LP vinyl. I don't know if anybody was there. Kyle was there, I think.
I don't remember.
A classic Wham.
It was probably worth $6 million.
Yeah.
Did
But
it have Jeremy?
it had George Michael and the other guy like on the LP, just hung up tastefully in the garage. That was also Eric was there. The Jean-Claude
Yeah.
Van Damme was up high.
Yeah, I don't think I was there for that, but
A lot of subtle touches that made you
I
go.
remembered that. Yeah.
JCVD. Gotta love 'em.
We had a dumb specialty item, I guess, ish today too. That it's almost like a Hummel cabinet, kind of.
What the fuck
But,
is a Hummel
like-
cabinet?
Okay, how do you? Yeah,
Oh,
well,
a
basically,
chopstick.
yeah, you
Chopstick.
just,
Yeah.
but basically one of those. But it was like 8.5 feet tall, so tall, you know. Naturally, we had to like lay it on its back and stand it up because it wouldn't even tip up sideways where she was trying to get us to put it. But it was like one of those weird like 70s house walls on the back with just the little squares of mirrors. But it was so old that all the like corners of the squares were cracking and like it was all fucked up. So of course we were super worried about even trying to like touch it because it looked like it would fall apart in about 3 seconds. But yeah, that was very bizarre. Luckily they took it had glass shelves too, and luckily she took those all out herself because I was like, I don't even
That's
wanna
always nice.
look at this.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You ever moved to kiln?
Yeah, so
Numerous
Yeah,
times. Yeah.
that's a specialty item for
It's,
sure.
it should be.
It's not one you see very often.
Most of them come apart though.
Yeah.
But it's a
There's-
pain in the ass. That
Yeah, it's-
fucking brick in there is super fragile.
It's
Yeah.
like sandstone. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but yeah. Done a whole bunch of them, and the
Mhm.
last one I think I did, we had it all stacked up properly. We just used the forearms to kind of hold the
Mhm.
entire thing into place,
Yeah.
and we got it off in like a piece of it, like another lid or something.
Yeah. But a
It
lot of
wasn't too
times
bad.
they're in a basement or a craft.
Oh,
room,
they're always
which is
in a
like
basement.
a weird like.
That was Jay was talking about that recently, that somebody had one in their closet, and I was like, that seems like a normal
That's
closet
totally
item,
safe.
you know.
Yeah.
Clothes, dresser, kiln, yeah, whatever. That's
Where-
usually
where
in
you
there,
can't
know?
see it anymore.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
I would love to put my socks on a kiln at night and just wake
Oh,
up.
during the winter, that'd be so good.
Well, they make boot warmers.
They
and
do.
sock warmers.
So,
Yeah,
Use
they're
one of
killers.
those vests that has like the heating wires.
I
through
want
it.
one.
I've seen some customs.
I've seen
with
them. Yeah, I've seen them.
but I don't know if I'd want like something that's heating up that.
I second.
sounds like that husky kid in the cafeteria lines. Like,
On Meatloaf Day, man. It's
Oh,
gonna be
man.
good.
I hadn't tussled with meatloaf in a while.
No, you have to
It's
be.
time.
It's about time.
I heard people put ketchup on it.
Yeah.
You never put ketchup on
What?
meatloaf?
What? I put the tomato paste on it.
Well, tomato paste.
Same
Fine.
idea.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I like to jazz up my ketchup coating, but like
Little brown
we'll add a
sugar.
little brown sugar, a little balsam.
See, I've had brown
maybe.
sugar, never
Brown
with
sugar.
ketchup though.
That's
I want my
crazy.
meatloaf
It's the
dry.
red sauce that's on there.
You apparently
That's what it
didn't
is.
grow up poor enough.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of meatloaf.
If you get the pre-made meatloaf at King Supers, it comes in like a
Yeah,
pouch that you
that's
just kind of
just
put in a
right.
pan. It
It
says
comes with
on
like
the
a
box,
ketchup
it says
packet and-
put ketchup on it
Yeah.
if you want.
Okay, alright. Guess my
It's
mom
not
was
bad. It's
making it a
basically
lot.
you're just eating a big ass hamburger
My
with
mom
like
put,
onions and like
carrots
crackers and shit.
onions and a bunch
Oh
of
yeah,
stuff
Yeah.
in it.
I do that. Absolutely.
Like I like having the crackers in there. It's a little nice.
Yeah.
You know?
So like a top coating?
No, you
With
put
the
that
ketchup?
into the meat.
Oh, inside.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We got a foul.
Ashtray down.
Uh-oh.
Jay
Who
boy.
did it, Jackson?
It's always Jake.
It's
There's
not
no
He's back.
social awareness. Yeah.
It's that fucking tail, man.
All right, who's got specialty
I
items?
was
Who's
going to
got
say,
it?
kind of tying together food and specialty items. That was one of the things that I know you were on that for sure, Rao. We had to move those dough mixers.
Oh yeah,
That's always a good
the
time.
Hobarts.
But yeah,
Those are classic.
that was one of those
And we
two
may have
that,
touched on it.
We did
Hobarts
mention
before,
those, yeah, a little bit.
But I'm sure anyone in the kitchen industry would know exactly what that is. And then, you know,
But tying in the food aspect too, that was one of the times. So Rao's a very accomplished eater, which all of us know, but that was one of those. It's probably going to be mostly a Fort Collins thing. If you don't know the spot, then you wouldn't really understand. But that was one of the first times you ate 2.5 of the Cafe Mexicali burritos in one sitting, and it absolutely blew my mind.
It's a doozy. It's a big
That's
I
one.
impressive.
can barely get
Fiona's.
through like a half of one, and yeah,
Mhm.
I watched
2.5.
him. He pounded 2 sandwiches before I could finish mine.
Mhm.
I was so amazed.
I like to flex on my high schoolers at Cafe Mix.
I can't blame
That's
him. No, I
intense.
can't do it. But
yeah, I get about an eighth left, and I'm like, how can I give
shouldn't.
up now?
yeah,
And I sometimes do.
yeah.
Easy
So
as that.
that's a big ass burrito.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
especially if you get the smothered. That's so much
Yes.
stuff.
Mhm.
Thor at Jim's, I watched you at that runner's wall where you like look at that wing and you're like, I'm so close.
You can't make it.
It's just not gonna happen.
I just hit like the absolute max. Like I'm gonna puke if I finish this wing. Finish this half of a wing.
You might have like subtly like, you know, just like shooken the wing a bit, like.
Thor, what was funny? You remember when me, you, and Jake went to fucking that DQ not long ago and
Oh, yeah.
everything, and that fucking waitress seemed so fucking like.
That small girl was shook, and we didn't
Yeah.
even order that much food.
No, we did not. She
I thought it
just
was a
seemed
pretty
shook.
reasonable amount of food.
No, that was a pretty reasonable amount of food that we got. Like, it wasn't that bad. Like, we got their chicken dinner. It was like, they only had like 4 strips, and the strips were like that fucking big,
That was
too.
because you couldn't get the 6 because they had a shortage.
Yeah.
Some bullshit.
Then it gave us like a small little smattering of fries, like not even a full handful, and then like 2 little pieces of toast. We saw that, and I was like, I'm gonna go get a chili dog. Then you go and got all that, and like,
That's probably what it was. Is we just continued coming back
Yeah.
staggered in order.
and then the ice creams too.
Yeah, the ice creams too.
Sounds like you ordered a shitload.
It wasn't that much food.
Could be, it's not that
I-
much.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
I-
there was that. Oh, there was that too.
And questions immediately, like, why were you guys at DQ?
Well, because we
DQ
went to go to
good
Georgia
show.
Boys, but it was
Yeah.
Monday, and they're closed on fucking Mondays.
DQ has good tendies, man.
They do have good
I'm telling you right
tenders.
now, I like them more than any other fast food chain of that level.
Unless that chicken selects they used to have at McDonald's. That shit was good
Oh,
as fuck.
are those the honey something strips?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they
yeah,
were.
those things-
Chicken
I
selects.
used to have them just original too, but yeah. I know.
Yeah, those things are good.
Yeah, those are real good.
They're so small. They're not
Yeah.
as crunchy as
Yeah,
all
she
of
seemed
them.
like so scared. That was so funny too.
Sure,
And
yeah,
I almost
just-
elbowed the fuck out of her. That like.
Maybe
she-
that was it, because you almost like took that girl.
Yo, because she just snuck up all quiet and shit, and Thor says, and I turned around, like, because I was talking,
you normally
you know, like,
turn
I was talking, you know, I do, like, fucking arm motions and shit, you know what I mean? So I turned around after I was talking, and she was just a quarter of an inch of just eating my whole elbow and everything. I was like, oh!
Let me get this straight. You almost hit this girl and order a shitload of food at a restaurant, and you're wondering why she shook. What sense does that make?
Doesn't seem that out of the norm for that.
No, yeah.
But in her world, probably.
Yeah, probably like, who the fuck are all these movers just coming in here? Why are they getting 3 chicken dinners and like chili dogs and like fucking your pretzel bites?
Oh my god.
All this ice cream. And you just ate it all in under 20 minutes. Like we all debated getting
That was
more
real
food
quick,
too, but
yeah.
then we're like, we can't.
Still
do
have
that.
to work. We should
Yeah.
probably not.
Then I broke my body an hour and a half later. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fell down some stairs. Was not okay.
Sean, I'm sorry to say, I did not believe you.
Oh,
I did
dude.
not at all.
Oh, dude, it was bad.
Until I tried to walk you to the truck and you made it to the front porch. And I was like, okay, something's probably
Oh no, dude, it was bad. It went full down, barely caught myself. Then like, it was not good.
Yeah.
It was. I was fucked up.
Should have called Wilson Wedby.
I'm gonna hit JD with
that.
that. So JD, I've got this piece of paper just from Willux and Wedby. Like, they want to talk to you, and I'll just have them call you or something.
See here, buddy.
Yeah.
Soon.
You gotta talk like him.
You served papers, boy.
This is Willux correspondent Wedby. Who am I speaking to?
Is it that one or Frank Azar?
I don't know. Or, yeah,
That's
the
a
strong arm.
Strong arm. Yeah.
The
He
stronger
can't guarantee you
arm.
$5 million, but maybe.
It's on the table.
We talked about that last time.
It was a good segment.
He wasn't there.
It was a great segment. It was real solid. Topic, right?
Sure.
You got
Yeah.
something. Yeah, you've been waiting to
So-
say something.
DQ, 10D shortage, chicken shortage. It's been 3 days and I've moved 2 gigantic chicken coops because
Oh, just the last couple of days.
chickens are hot right now.
I
That's what
They're a
the people-
status symbol. They're like a social status symbol.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter how much money you have. It's more of a
It's the new
social
hybrid.
status.
It
Yeah.
shows that you have a backyard, so that's a good start.
Just ask Haley for some chickens.
We can, yeah.
Are you gonna go out and collect eggs every morning at like 4 a.m.?
I'll tell
Yeah,
Haley
and my
she-
muck boots. With the PBR in my hand at 7:30. Trying to keep the rent down around there. But they love it. They rebuild houses and they see that Tahoe broken down. They're like, God damn, that place is original.
Just get out over the
That fence
fence,
is
8
busted.
meat eggs
Yeah.
over.
And then they notice that, like, they cut to some days, they're like, I just saw like 5 people walking there at 2 in the morning. What the fuck are? We don't want to live here. Like, it's not okay.
They love the
Who are these 3 women walking like hiding in these random people's yards and stuff? We did that because we played hide and seek. I forgot they were hiding. Me and my friend forgot they were hiding for the longest time. Like, we were just in because they told us to go to my room and everything and just like wait until like wait a minute and everything. We were in there for like 10 minutes and everything. My phone just answered it. Hey, what's up? Sean, did you fucking forget we were playing hide and seek? And I was like, oh fuck!
They had to call you?
Yeah, because they were hiding.
How far away were you?
Because we're like, okay, I know they're not in the house. I'm not gonna be in the house. I'm not gonna be in the backyard because that's the first place we're gonna look. They're somewhere in the neighborhood. And we found them throughout the neighborhood.
Alright.
Just walking around with flashlight, just.
Do you have any more about chicken coops, Ralph?
Oh, yeah, sure.
That's where we started this.
Yeah.
We may have talked about that to All Hat, No Cattle boy. We put that chicken coop on his brand new flatbed on his.
We are. We're a lot more
2006
redundant than I
Ford.
think we are. I
Park
think
Track
we're
Cowboy.
original.
Oh, I'm aware.
Everything comes up.
Yeah.
I moved like industrial sewing machines, like.
Big
But
singer.
this woman was just, probably in her 70s, maybe. Huge crafter. And she has like a sweatshop set up for herself in her basement.
We had one of those not that long ago, and we tore up her stairs with the fridge, unfortunately.
Oh.
But we didn't have to move she had like one of those crazy, like it was almost like a 3D printer loom, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't have to we only moved one part of it, the heaviest thing, naturally. But they had other people like set it up and calibrate it and stuff. But yeah, so that was also terrible.
Do you remember that job we were on when there was that full stand-up freezer and everything, and we told them we needed to empty it before we moved it, but they said JD said it was okay, and it was a whole deer in there and everything. It was me, you, Brad, George, and someone else, and we forgot to take the handle off. Then we got to the top of the stairs and everything, heavy as fuck. Couldn't get it through because the fucking handle. So we had to pull it back and everything. I just had to stand there holding it just like this while George was fucking trying to take it off, and he was just like, I can't do it, can't do it. And I was like, George, please hurry up. This thing is getting fucking heavy. And then we destroyed their floor too. We just ripped up all
And
that
the door
veneer.
jam, yeah. I didn't know until halfway through that story which one it was, because that shit happens all the time.
Because I remember it was like all of us too. And
Yeah,
we got into a truck.
There's a whole deer in that freezer. It's in my basement. Right
I
on.
guess.
No, that was like the last thing we got to, and it was not okay. And then we told JD, but I was like, well, I told him you had to empty. I was like, that's not what they said, and we had to do it.
I'm gonna bring it up again because we just moved it, but I borderline think that couch should be a specialty item.
Oh,
That is
that horrible couch.
so terrible.
Oh yeah, we put it
Done
back
it
in
twice.
place. Yeah.
It's just been looming for months. I knew this was gonna happen because they told us, they're like, oh yeah, we need you two back to do this. You know how to do it.
Oh, yeah, love to.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
I tried to snap a picture. It was out of focus. It's a shame.
Oh no, you
Yeah,
didn't get one.
yeah, it didn't work out. But man, fuck that couch, dude. Why?
So bad.
Yeah, why would you design something that can't be moved?
What is it with this couch?
So-
I don't even...
Ethan Allen fixed the back, reclining
so-
as well. It's
The back and the sides are all completely fixed, and then it reclines just entirely inside of it. And it weighs a couple 100 pounds, and it has no flexibility whatsoever. And of course, you try to put it in a house that has a 45-degree angle down your hallway to your living room.
Right.
And it's just impossible to do.
like
Those people fucking love us for doing it.
I feel like IKEA has a similar model. I'm sure it's probably half the weight, even though it's almost immovable itself.
Probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love most,
The-
surprise specialty items.
Well, you never know. Like some items you wouldn't think of being like a couch like that. You don't think it's gonna be like that, and then you show up and it is.
Or
It's all sorts of shit like that. Fucking sometimes cribs are like that every goddamn day.
yeah, cribs do not fit through doors. Just like that crib we had yesterday. And how about the specialty item known as a fucking purple mattress?
Oh god.
It takes 4 people to take a mattress up a flight of stairs.
4 of us like nearly died
It's insane.
because
How-
it was in a bag, and we actually did it, and I'm shocked that we did.
Yeah, we sure did.
it didn't rip the back.
I mean, I
Oh,
guess
we
going
ripped the
off
shit
of
out
that
of
too, that
It was a
king
thick bag, dude.
mechanical bed that we had too, that's split in the middle. That's essentially a specialty item.
Yes.
Some of those
Yeah,
mechanical
that
beds.
was what that's kind of one of those things. Like, even when you see mechanical bed, like
You assume
You never
twin
know.
size maybe, or like if it's a queen, you're like, oh well, it's gonna be a giant piece or something. But yeah, like split in the middle the wrong way, king is absolutely the worst.
Remember, it was me, you, and Eggfield. We went right next to the I-25 to go unload this pod into our truck to go take it to these people's house and everything. Right next to this like a mechanical shop, and on the contract in capitals it said no specialty items. You're supposed to be fern and everything. We started clearing out all the fern. Then we found that 8-foot marble table and everything.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yep. Didn't have the lift gate. We had schmeg and everything.
That's fine.
She goes,
I forgot I had that.
He's like, you forgot you had a 500-pound piece of marble in here?
You know,
Yeah, no shit.
our ramps are rated for 1,000 pounds. You get 250-pound guys and a 500-pound piece of marble on there. You're fine.
Seems reasonable.
You're just good.
It's just made out of rock or something.
Yeah. That's
My
fine.
first week here. This is taking it way back. This is like in the early aughts.
Wild West. times.
I missed the early odds. Good years.
So I was new. I was with 3 other pretty big, beefy guys, and we were moving like a 9-foot marble top down a curved staircase. And I was on the end, which, you know, at the time it seemed like, all right, he's going to be, you know, on the back end, taking up the rear. But we had to pivot once we got inside, and I ended up being on the fucking bottom. But
Right.
those are the days where we could cut our shirts to basically nothing, and I was rocking that, and, you know, old lady was impressed, held it down. But yeah, I mean, and it was for a crafting lady. That was her big crafting table, this 9-foot piece of marble. It must have weighed like 600 pounds. It was 4 guys, like everything we had, you know, and you can only hold it with one hand because it's got to be vertical.
Or yeah, it'll just snap in half.
Yeah.
You know, those solid piece
Yeah,
pool tables.
if you put
they
that
go-
thing flat, it's snapping right in half,
Yeah.
and someone's gonna get hurt.
Oh yeah.
Probably, you know.
It's like when we took out the countertops for a guy remodeling that were all stone. And he's like, yeah, the construction company said they wouldn't do it because it will break. And what do?
No
we
shit.
pick it up and we carry it fucking out.
Yeah.
Like that goddamn guy today. We'll bitch about that dude. Hold on.
One here. Let's do it again.
That motherfucker. Hey, we're moving a bunch of weight equipment that we mentioned at the beginning, which we'll talk about more later. But the guy who delivered it said he wouldn't back his truck up that driveway because it was too steep and it was rocky and it had curves in it and stuff. And we show up in our truck and it's the same fucking size as his truck. And I'm like, you're not going to drive up there? He's like, no, man, I can't make that. This truck's too long. And I was like, oh my God. So let's unload all the weight equipment from your truck, put it on our truck, and then I drive that motherfucking truck up that goddamn driveway backwards. And that guy, I'm surprised he didn't stay behind and watch. I think he knew he could make it, and he was just like, no, I'm out of here.
Yep.
But that
Yeah,
motherfucker.
that's what it was.
That answers my question. Why didn't you just drive his truck?
I asked him, I was like,
Yeah.
you can't drive up there? And he's like, no, my truck's too big. I was like, you fucking bitch.
He even said he's like it's like a 26. I was like, that's a 26.
Yeah.
I can get that up there. And like even the customer was like, are you sure you get that? I was like, we've done a lot worse. We can get it up there. He's like, you guys sound so confident. And I was like,
it's not even muddy yet. Come on.
yeah, I was like, we've done this like with like snow, like mud and all that on the ground. Got it up steeper shit, like.
That's what I was gonna say. Is even JD doubts us sometimes because he had to go out to that guy's house, not the muddy side,
Yeah, the unload.
but the unload, and he was like, "You guys backed a truck up there?" And we're like, "Yeah, no shit."
Yeah.
We're
This
like
is
right
the
by
first
the door.
time I feel like
He's like,
JD's
I
fully
felt weird.
appreciated
Yeah.
what some of those red feather jobs are like.
And this
He's
is
like,
good
I
too.
felt weird driving my personal vehicle up there. It's like, yeah, we backed a fucking 26-footer up there. Suck it.
I have pictures of the load up with the mud and stuff,
Yeah.
and just the area we had to walk through. Man, I'll definitely post those pictures.
Unreal.
No, we do some
Yeah.
crazy stuff with the 26 footers to like get it where we need it to get it. Like it's fucking crazy. And just our custody too is like, you guys sure you can move all this stuff? It's like I remember saying it's not even the most weights we've moved before. He's like, are you
Right.
serious? I'm like, yeah. It's not gonna be fun, but we can fucking do it.
Yeah, no problem.
Just
Well,
don't-
maybe not no problem, but
And just the whole time too. You guys like? Did you guys like grow up on farms? Like you guys body but you guys fucking power lifters? Like
when I picked up that pallet and like turned it about 45 degrees to fit on that, he couldn't believe it.
No, sir, we're movers.
Yeah.
We are elite athletes.
and he was so surprised. So he was like, "Hey man, if you guys ever want to come work out and everything, feel free to come by and everything because you guys are. I don't know how you're doing this. Like I don't know how you're doing this. Like
He said he's
We
never going to
don't
call
have a
anybody
basement
else.
full of weights like you,
Yeah.
you dick.
Speaking on that for a second, I'm so impressed some of you guys work out after doing what we're doing. Like, Josh keeps trying to get me to do it. I'm just like, no, dude.
No thanks.
I'm not gonna-
dude, like you do so
No
much
shit.
stuff. Like are you fucking kidding me? There's a reason some guys don't come back. It's because they probably can't move after their first day. Because remember, after my first day, I was on a 3-trucker with you, like a bunch of fucking people. Like when we found that staircase and the fucking just pod and all that for their pool. Had to go move it all and everything. Woke up the next day, alarm going off. Like, well, gotta go do it again.
Those muscles existed.
Yeah.
That's how you wake up every day anyway.
Yeah, basically.
Oh no, what do we have to do today? Only 3 pianos tomorrow, guys.
Yay.
That's all I have to move tomorrow.
Suicide.
Yeah.
Just
God,
you
glad I
in
don't
spring.
Yep, that's what I was glad I
Might
don't
as
work
well.
Sundays anymore.
Saturdays are bad enough, but
Yeah.
Saturdays are the best tip days. Like,
Yeah.
you get good hours.
Sometimes.
Well, there's a reason I stopped working
They
Sundays.
used to be okay, and then they got terrible.
Sundays are terrible.
It's, when I work with you, they're terrible.
Oh, Bennett, that was me and you for a while, like when like COVID was hitting and everything. I remember every time me and you were on a job together,
yeah.
it was just shitty. Because every time we saw each other, it was like, well, today's gonna be shitty because we're together.
Oh no.
It was
Then
like
it
me
was
and
always
Trey
shitty,
for
yeah.
a while too. And we'd always forget something or do something stupid somehow.
Doing dumb shit.
If
Oh,
you're
you guys
going-
broke that damn bulb.
Yep.
If you're going
That
to
one,
Denver,
and then yeah, we
Jake,
left the
you're
tools at that
Oh, yeah, I've
crazy
heard
lady's
that.
house, and yeah, we had a good stretch for a while because we left the tools at that crazy lady's house.
Mhm.
Was talking about how Jesus told her to move or whatever and all that, but
You're hoping Jesus, right?
well, yeah, basically we do that all the time.
That's a good segue. So we moved a Jesus lady today who was cool, but they don't tip. They get all the tips.
No,
They're asking for
That's
everyone's money, but they
definitely
never
very
pay
true.
out.
Yeah.
That's one of those issues.
Yeah. I know we've talked about it before, but giving all that money to the church on that packing job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It does nothing.
You gonna start complaining about religion over there?
Probably shouldn't do that. On the podcast.
Your parents listen to this?
No.
No,
They wouldn't.
I would not
I
tell
don't
them.
mind Joe either.
Yeah, that's all.
I have to show my parents my shitty music if that's bad enough.
Yeah.
Oh man, what the hell?
Yeah.
Specialty? I don't know.
So
Anybody got
again,
stuff?
not specialty items, but a first for me today though, which was very bizarre. So we moved into those new like townhome kind of things that are back where like Fort Fun used to be back in the day. It's like kind of right in between Loveland and Fort Collins.
Yeah.
I'd never
There's
been in those
townhomes
before.
there now?
Yeah, they just built a bunch of them, like right next to like Natural Alternatives and all that. But one of the weirdest setups that I've seen in a real long time. So there's only one bedroom, and in the closet, half of it is like laminate, the other half is carpet, and the washer dryer is in the master closet in the bedroom.
Okay.
Very bizarre.
But dude, that
I was like,
neighborhood.
that seems pretty convenient because you wouldn't actually need like a hamper. You can just.
I think it's just a rich people thing, but Derek sent me a snap of like in the master closet there was like an open gap that was small in the bottom and that went in.
Oh yeah, the
I was
weird
there
like
for
hole in
that.
the wall. Yeah.
That's a pretty
shoots.
good idea, honestly, because
That
you don't
was,
have all of the noise of the washer dryer. They can still just like.
I think it was
Well,
only
from the master closet, you could get dressed or undressed, throw your fucking dirty clothes under the fucking shit, and deal with it in the morning. Or
Yeah, it's
something.
already in
smart.
the laundry room.
Yeah, one of those two that something kind of like that, and I don't know if you want to bleep the company or not, but we moved the Bolander.
Crematorium?
No, well, some of that, but and what's the other one I'm looking for though? Like where they like make up the bodies for all, like they're like
Morgue?
not a morgue, but the like,
Taxidermy?
No, but I don't know exactly what I'm going for here.
I know what you're getting at.
You know
They-
what I
they
mean,
put the
though.
makeup on the
That's
dead
like
body?
their whole thing is they
The mortician.
set up your body for
Mortuary.
morticians. Yes,
Mortician.
There it
Anyway,
is.
so they like set up bodies for all that stuff. But their house was like super old off a mountain. But it was kind of like that too. They had like a whole basement that was set up for like clearly like the servants back in the day, and it had like a secret hatch that came up in the closet in one of the bathrooms on like the main floor. and there was a bunch of weird shit. Like all the hallways down there were just super fucking tiny, and all the ceilings, like me and Derek and Jake were there, and all of us were like crouched down the whole time, and none of us are very tall. Like it was one of the weirdest houses I've been in a long time.
Yeah, that was in an old town house that, I don't know why, but the basement was pretty normal. I think a lot of us were there at some point. But then there was like a wall and then a spot where there was no wall. And then there was a big ass carved out area that was just like dirt. And it was only about 4 feet tall. And they were like, hey, can you guys go in there and get those totes? Just spider webs and stuff everywhere. Just a huge like cave under their house. Mm-hmm. And they put their stuff they didn't want to see anymore there. And then we moved it out.
We had one of those too. I think you were there for that. Definitely somebody at Mac had to hand up several water hardeners that were completely full of water. That shit was fucking ridiculous.
Was it a hardener or a softener?
No, hardeners.
Hardeners.
Yes,
Okay.
water hardeners.
That was
Depends
They
on
were
where area.
completely full of water. Exactly.
But they
That's
weren't
the
hooked
whole
up.
point.
Maybe
Not
you
that they were
unhooked
just
them.
sitting down there, but they were full. So it was just like, why?
Well, probably full
All
of
of it,
sediment
why?
and shit. Who fucking knows?
What does hardening your water give you? I've never lived somewhere where you'd ever need to harden your water.
No.
Right?
Like what do you add? You just add minerals?
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Probably to keep it from freezing or some shit.
So when you go on vacation, you'll understand. You'll take a shower,
Texas?
and you feel like even though you've showered, you've got some silt and some grime.
I thought
on
that
you.
was
See,
already
that's hard water though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
If you'd like to take a shower here, it's not quite hard water.
You
but
told me it's not great.
Moderate water.
Yeah.
Oh, around this area. I was going to say, Fort Collins has good water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure is.
It's great.
Most of Colorado has pretty, well, not Denver.
Yeah, that's why that water cooler in the office is a waste of money, and that's why I use it every
Facts.
weekend. Fucking get 'em.
If I bring a water bottle, I fill that bitch up.
Yeah, dude. Use a water cooler. Don't use that fridge water. Use office water.
I
Take
do
what you
like
can.
using the
I
fridge
just
water just so I
go
can
straight
stack
from
that
the
shit
tap
up all
there.
like
Yeah.
all intricately. Because I remember I was doing that for the longest time. Then Adam like he walked in one day and see me. He was like, "You're the motherfucker that keeps doing." I was like, "Yeah. Who else is gonna put it that fucking tall? Like, I'll stack this bitch up every single time I finish fucking like getting everything on my truck. I'll walk in there just stack it up and I leave."
Totally ruined one of your stacks the other day. I came in and I was real hungover and I hadn't eaten. My hands were a little shaky and I tried to add to it.
Was it that really cool one with the
Knocked it
3,
down.
3, 1, 1 going all the way up?
I think this one was like right side up, upside down, right side
Okay,
up.
okay, yeah. You're doing some new ones.
We're real excited about stacking empty water bottles.
It's so much fun because it's
I'm
either
into
Adam
it.
or Trent has to do it, and then I know for a fact you either have to knock it over because it's like going up like this fucking tall and shit. Because I've seen Adam go get a step stool to go get a box, still not get it. And I walked up, grabbed it, pulled it down, and gave it to him. And I watched him do it the whole time too, because I was just standing in his truck, just watching him do it. I was like,
I wish we had a GIF of Jeremy when he like couldn't get that thing up high in the truck.
I
over
was
and over.
so mad.
That was
Through his
who
hat
has
in
that
frustration.
video, man?
Yeah, there's that video somewhere.
Someone has it because I've seen it.
It's a meme in my mind.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
it definitely is. He
It's a
tried so
legendary
hard
one.
to throw that shit up there, just kept falling down on him. He
Took
got
up his
so
hat and threw it
mad.
down and everything.
Threw his hat on the ground.
That kid's whole life is a meme, apparently. Because
Yeah.
I'll never forget to him sitting with his lunchbox, taking a nap in the fucking
In my pulled
restaurant.
pork sandwich.
So-
After
so
going there
fucking
because
mad at that.
insisting that because the World Cup was on and he was a soccer player and he wanted to see it, but then like
Then he just fell asleep on the table
Yeah.
while we were ordering, and the chick had to be like, "Are you like alive or like here or what?"
I understood kind of
No,
the
I'm
kind
good.
of person he was when I asked him where he's from. He's like, "Oh, I'm from Arizona." I was like, "Go to college with?" He's like, "Yeah." Then he told me which college he went to. I was like, "Ah, it all makes sense now. It all makes sense." He went to the private Christian university out there.
Same idea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's almost like the Waffle House 2:30 a.m. where your waitress kind of pokes
Yep,
you with
yep.
her finger. You all right, sugar?
With the long fingernails.
but this is like, hey, do you need an orange slice or something, buddy? Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
sleeping in my fucking pulled pork sandwich.
How did you not freak out?
It was like,
how
dude,
did you not just like grab him and push him back?
We were in public at like a decent spot.
Exactly.
You know?
That's never stopped
can't
you before.
beat it.
No,
That's
sure.
not yeah, so it was laying on my sandwich.
I still laugh at that story you told me when George got in the truck when you were talking to the cuss, and he was like, started doing some real fucked up shit, and he just, beep.
Whoa! Yeah, straight cold
To the
fucking.
face?
No,
Chest.
like shoulder, chest area.
Okay.
Jable was sitting shotgun and was like super freaked out. But also, like, I just straight hung up like mid sentence, like mid word on the customer. Just click. Fucking full elbow. And George was so shocked. Like, yeah. And then I stopped, like, I pulled out of the right spot, immediately stopped, like, am I gonna kick this motherfucker out of the car right now? So and then I didn't. And then it was a really awkward ride.
You were mad enough to go.
Yeah.
You gather your thoughts. Go. No, I'm still angry. Fuck.
Jable's like head against the window, like, what's about to even go down right now? He was ready to jump out of the car and
It's really,
help George out.
it's really good when that happens. Like, that one day I was like, got in the truck and just popped open my Red Bull too, went to go drinking. George, we were both in the cab. George just looked over, was like, Sean, if you're ever gonna do that again, don't do it in the fucking cab. And I was like,
Red Bull.
what the fuck? And they were just like, George, shut the fuck up.
I think doing Red Bull is cool.
He was just like, I was just joking around. I was like, not in the mood right now, man. Not in the mood.
I almost had one of those moments with him today too, because I knew he was joking, but I was still just like, bro, I'm not in the mood at all.
Mhm.
But yeah, because he kept saying, no, I'm gonna make sure we don't get off till 6:30, and I was like, if I have to move every goddamn thing in that house by myself, I will make us get off before then. I don't care. Shut up.
Since we've been shitting on him, I gotta say, I
Oh my
love
God.
George, and I have had a lot of really good times with him.
No, I have
He's-
really
he's
good
a
times
dude.
with them, but like,
No, I like
Agreed.
it. But everything you guys have been saying is valid.
It's all true.
These are just funny George
Yeah.
stories. He probably doesn't.
He
think
knows.
He probably does.
We had the whole conversation earlier. I was like, nah, I don't need that today, George. We need good George.
Not today.
Not negative George. We're not doing it.
I deal with George 90% of the time.
All right. At the risk of this becoming a George podcast, we are at time. So,
Okay.
anybody got anything they want to say at the end here?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe.
Oh.
Hit that bell notification so you stay up to date.
Smash that subscribe button.
And I'll say, even if you want to just turn it on and turn the volume down and have it run in the background, do that too.
Give us
To do
3
that,
cents
yeah.
over the next 10 years.
We need 1,000 subscribers to start monetizing
Yeah.
on YouTube.
And then we can get
Shout out
super
Miles if
chats,
you make it this far.
ask questions in real time to our tens of subscribers.
Tens, dozens. I don't know.
Or
That was pretty
dozens of
fun.
us. Dozens.
We had our cool new location. We'll do something exciting next time.
Is it next week the
We're doing
tournaments?
we're doing that next week, so that'll be exciting.
Is that
Couple
episode
weeks
10 next
too.
week?
It is, yeah.
Nice.
I hope so because I'm saving this as episode 9.
Yeah, last week was 8. This is 9. Next week will be 10.
So we've caught up to Star Wars.
Yeah, that's right. Suck it, George Lucas.
New territory.